and welcome to Mental Health Matters. My name is Barbara Meyers, and I'm the host of the show. On tonight's show, we're going to be focusing on the mental health in the Asian American community, specifically in Alameda County. And we're very pleased to have two guests with us, both who work at an organization called Asian Community Mental Health Services, which is located in Oakland. First, I'd like to introduce Mr. Sawan In, who is a mental health and substance abuse counselor at Asian Mental Health Services. Welcome, Swan.
Thank you.
And next I'd like to introduce Sandap Lak, who is a program counselor at Asian Community Mental Health Services. Welcome, Sandap.
Yeah.
And Sandap was a client before she became a counselor. Both Sandap and Swan came from Cambodia originally. I thought we'd start by discussing what are some of the special challenges for providing mental health services in the Asian American community. I'll ask you that, Mr. Kim.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Barbara. I have been working with this field for more than 20 years now at Asian Community Mental Health Services. A lot of challenges that I learned from the client also, because it's, as you know, that the Cambodian came to the United States during the wartime after 1979. So I would say mid-80s, more Cambodian refugees came to United States. There's a lot of things that they don't know anything about life in here. They will struggle, especially with the languages. It's a language barrier. It's the main issue to them, and plus very difficult to adjust to in this society. Okay, because another thing that they were as a war refugees. They came here and they lost the family members during the war time. Within 1975 to 1979, some of those that I hear almost every day, the clients told me that the memory is really affect their daily life. Of like the witness of killing. They saw exactly what kind of problem, then it kind of struggle in their life. From time to time, these people don't want to open it up to seeking for counseling or treatment.
So would you say that many of them are living with what we call post-traumatic stress disorder?
Correct.
Yeah.
PTSD, and sometimes they hear from friends, "Hey, you don't have to think about that. Just let it go. Concentrate on what you're doing now." Sometimes they went to the temple, to see Buddhist monk can help them, because the way of the Buddhist helping them is different. It's just chanting or watering. There's no such as verbally support or something like that. It's just sometimes the monk say just to be patient. Let your life go on. You will be okay. No matter what, they try very hard, but their thought is still come up to their mind, come up to their heart. So this is a kind of intrusive thought and make them very, very hard. Even, some of those came here more than 20 years already, and the memory is still there. We found out that very difficult for them with the post-traumatic stress disorder. So these people. And another challenge that I had an experience, working with the Cambodian men. It's kind of really challenging to me, because the men came to this country role reversed.
Role reversal.
Role reversal. Over there, most of the family, the men working hard, earn whatever food and money, and the wife just stay in the house and taking care of your children, housewife, housekeeping, whatever. Coming here, they have to work. Both of them are working, and the kind of you need to help each other, taking care of your children, and equally. So this is another challenge that I could.
So do they find it hard to make that role change?
Molding, yeah. So and it's happening. So the language, like I just said at the beginning, is very difficult for them. You know, I heard that say that came to United States, no leg, you are blind, you are deaf. That means because they don't drive, right? And they say I have no legs. So even public transportation is very difficult for them also. The language and. You are blind because you don't read, you don't see anything what they say. Okay, you deaf because your children went to school, they came back, they speak English. It's hard for children to speak Cambodian to the parents. Parents try to talk to the language, but it doesn't work that well. So this is another pressure environment that can cause them build up the mental issue, mental problem issue.
Wow. Do you think that is this true in many different Asian societies, and in addition to Cambodian society, they have many of the same kinds of difficulties about access of mental health treatment and language problems and that kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And Asian Community Mental Health Services agencies play a big role with this Asian population.
So you have people that speak all the
language and bicultural educated. So, and I'm talking about challenging that these folk, it is not just the language. You have to understand culture to adjust with this population well. So there is actually I speak a little more language than Cambodian. Like I speak some Lao, I understand some Lao, and so, but I don't understand the culture much like the Cambodian. So it's still very difficult for me also.
So whether I remember you told me that some cultural things people can misinterpret, like if you look at people straight and you make eye contact, that's different in Asian culture than it is in culture in the United States, where it's almost threatening maybe to an Asian person.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's communication is different.
Yeah, I can see how that might be misinterpreted by doctors or psychiatrists who might be looking for eye contact because of their training, but not understanding what the society is like. There was a study that was financed last year by the National Institute of Mental Health that said that Asians are less likely than other ethnic groups to seek mental health care. Do you agree? And if so, how can that be addressed?
I agree.
Oh, okay.
I see really very difficult for this population. When they have mental problem, they wouldn't say, I feel depressed, I'm sad, or because in my culture, I'm Cambodian. When someone talk about mental health, it's kind of make up their mind already. You are crazy. So we try to avoid that word.
I see.
So when they have this issue, this problem, instead of saying that I have mental problem, I have a problem with the family. My children don't doing well in school. My children don't listen to me. Okay, this thing that they came up. So another thing is because of trust. Because they're small community, they feel like I come to see my counselor for mental health treatment. This the other people might know that I'm going there. They think I'm crazy. So I lost my faith.
So even going to your office is problematic for some people.
Right. It's still, and sometimes confidential is really very difficult. We did a lot of education instead of come here, lecture them how the way we treat, what kind of procedure is going to help you. So we educate. Another thing, especially what we call culture breaching. Breaking the culture. Example, and sometimes you get to say, well, coming here, is confidential.
Can you give an example of culturally appropriate and inappropriate mental health care to show how much difference it makes?
Because I know that it's sometimes, if I follow the American Western way doing treatment, it might not work with this population. Okay, for example, you've got to sign document to let us, work with you. Instead of saying that, you got to say this is, something that we respect each other. So make sure that you understand. You understand us. We understand you. I'm talking on whole agency, something like that. So that make them feel more comfortable. The sharing information.
Okay.
And another thing that I want to share was, we need to talk about what they brought it up in the beginning. Let's see, I have a problem with the family, children doing well. So we need to understand that the concept helping these people don't focus on one person in the family. One person. Don't focus on individual only. You need to focus on the family. So very, got to be active listening. That's we got it from them to engage them to come.
Okay. Well, Sandak, I understand that you were in Cambodia during the rule of the Khmer Rouge and during the war. Can you tell us something of the experiences that you had then with your family?
When 1975, the Khmer Rouge came and they chased everybody out of the house, and I and my sister and my mom and my young brother and my nephew, and we go to live, but they separate people to work. I work in the field, my sister work in the village, and we work hard and we don't have food to eat. We have but just a little, just like 2 tablespoons that food for one time.
Sure. 2 tablespoons of food
for one meal. We work from 6 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock. They give food. 2 tablespoons is not just a food, water too. And we starve, we hungry, and I go to work and no food one time, and my brother, he no food and he died. I go to work and I talk about my brother with friends, and when I come home, I'm not home yet, just by the way, and people shout to me that the one that walking, you don't know that your brother died. I know that they talk to me, and I don't ask. I just run to my house, and somebody carry my brother out of the house to bury. And it was sad. And later on, my nephew, he died too. I want to see my brother. I don't think that my nephew gonna die. Just 1 month from my brother, and I come home and my nephew talked to me just 1 hour and he died. And my mom got stroke, and it's really hard, and we had to work, and later on my our people die. Just my mom and my sister and me, and they let me go to work at the forest, and my mom she stroke, stay home by herself.
Mm-hmm. What kind of work did you do?
Yeah, we work hard, like make the channel, don't keep the light high.
Okay, dig the ground for the
ground and
water.
Put the keep the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I work like almost 1970. Yes, 1978. No, 1978, 77, and they said that okay, run to the Thailand, but we cannot go to Thailand. We stay in the forest. We cannot go to Thailand because the Khmer Rouge stay in the border. Yeah, and I work eat like structure, eat the leaf of the tree and the root of the tree.
Oh.
Yeah, until we can find the way to Thailand, and we run to Thailand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's how you were able to leave, is to walk to Thailand to safety.
Yeah, but I think about my brother, my nephew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and my friend too.
It's just a horror.
Yeah.
You know, I am so
And
sad.
when I come to Thailand, and American bring me here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How did you come to the United States?
Yeah. When the American go to the camp, and we register the name and living here. I don't know because I don't know English, and
Oh, okay.
even get in the airplane, people hold me in the airplane. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just about Palau them. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know English too.
Yeah. Well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Tell us how you came to come to Asian Mental Health Services. Were you having trouble?
Yeah.
At home?
Yeah, I just think about my brother and my family. And when I come here, I have food to eat, but there's no food. And I think that later on, I cry. I miss my family because of there's no food. And later, I think that I have mental problem because when I talk to my son, I said that I see on the TV some people cry. I tell him that I like the one in TV like that. I sit and cry, and my son just by my tear. Yeah, and I think that people know me, and I forgot a lot. Even I hold the key, I forgot I lose the key from the hand. I don't know that I lose the key, and people that okay, at Asian community mental health, they have can help solve the problem, everything. And
so how did it help you?
Yeah, and I go there. Yeah, they help, and I tell my story to the counselor, to worker, and they help. Have a problem. Yes, have a problem. And bring me to learn English. They have a room and go to learn English, and I see computer, and I learn the food, Japanese food carving, and I learn computer and learn English. And help me to like training, learn how to work. And later on, I start in cleaning, but just not too much, just like 1 week, 2 times, 3 times, yeah. 1 week, 3 times, and just learn how to work. And later on, just more hour, give more hour. Later, long time, and
good to see a smile.
like part time, yeah.
Good to see a smile on your face. Yeah, that's good.
Part time, later on, just like up now, I can work full time.
Oh, that's
I'm happy. If I don't have Asian community mental health help me, maybe I'm dying. I don't know how to do.
Well, I'm so glad you found that.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that you were in Thailand when the Khmer Rouge came there, so your experiences are going to be quite different from Sundap's. How did you come to the United States?
Yes. Because in that time I was student and I escaped before the Cambodian government collapsed to the communists, and I went to Thailand. I stayed in Thailand, and then I couldn't find a way to go back because the communists still took over Cambodia at that time. I decided to come to the United States as a refugee, so I came here as a refugee.
And how did you become a counselor for mental health and substance abuse?
Since I came to the United States, I like to help people. I work with agency. The agency helping the refugee newcomer to come to the United States. So first I start from helping with translation because I spoke some broken English at that time. I still English broken. So and then I learned from training different places to relate to the social adjustment. So until 1987, so I got a part-time job in Asian Community Mental Health Services. I found out it's very helpful to me. It trained, how to listen to the person who has depression. So in that time, I really motivated. I keep training and training. Recently, the agency Asian Community Mental Health Services got a scholarship for me to continue education in psychology with chemical dependency, addiction issue. So it kind of motivated me to do this.
What keeps you going when you have a difficult situation to handle?
Example, domestic violence cases came from. Sometimes they say, this family, this victim, the wife wouldn't trust to any man, cancel male. I mean, I'm too challenging. I use my technique to talk about it, and so I would say that I am motivated in that helping. I'm challenging with this issue, helping the client, to get into the treatment. And another thing I'm challenging with the family also. Like I said in the beginning, sometimes the men try to control, or either wife try to control the husband. When the client present the family and say, "Oh, my wife, she doesn't talk to you. You see me, you talk to me. She's very depressed. She cannot do anything in the home. Just give medication to her." They said, it come up in my, technique that I have. Technique that I just want to see a few words. What kind of her reaction? Is it okay? You wait in outside. So I got it. Another thing is the family. Like I say in the beginning also, the family therapy. If you follow with American style that you learn from school, I don't think it to work exactly. Let's see, the father brought or the mother brought the kid, and I learned from school that you got to meet together all at once, right? So who the problem will be. That's assessment.
Well,
I don't do that.
Thank you. What I'd like to do now is to talk to those of you in the viewing audience and ask you to think of someone who is Asian and currently living with a mental health problem, or maybe a substance abuse problem. Maybe it's someone you know. Maybe it is you. And if this person isn't currently getting adequate treatment, I'd like you to think of how you can let them know that there are resources and possibilities for recovery. So that's your assignment. Now I'd like to give you the names of some resources and organizations. First is the organization we've been talking about, Asian Community Mental Health Services. The website for that is on your screen, and it promotes recovery. It reflects ethnic and cultural and language diversity, as we've been talking about, and each client is treated with their own individual needs. There's an office in Alameda County and also another one in Contra Costa County. There are volunteer opportunities. There are also Asian American Center on Disparities Research. And an Asian American Mental Health Directory that you can see from your screen how to access. I'd like to thank Swan and Sundap very much for being with us on the show and for sharing the way that you see mental health. And I know it's going to be helpful to many other people, so thank you for being here. And the closing words. Take courage, friends. The way is often hard, the path is never clear, and the stakes are very high. Take courage, for deep down, there is another truth. You are not alone. Thank you, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.